This past weekend, Brendan made me a door for the hoop house. I'm so happy. It looks amazing. It works perfectly, and I'll show you in the end how it looks like and why I like it so much. But let me just take you through the steps of how he actually got it done. I was there for a little assist here and there, you know, just an extra set of hands when he needed it. But like, this is like a piece of cake for Brendan to do, so I just let him do it. He already had the door, the actual door and the door frame already made. He had it in the garage. It's been there for like maybe a week or so, and we were just waiting for a good time to put it out when we're not like bothering anybody, because it's kind of loud. And also we have guests downstairs sometimes, but they weren't here this past weekend like during the day, so we figured we'd just take that time to get it done, put it out there. So the first step to all of this, because what I had previously, if you didn't see it or if you don't know, it was just a zipper door. Basically, we just plastic the whole side and cut a slit at the front so that I can, you know, go in and out of that slit. Maybe that doesn't sound the best.
In and out of that slit.
And then we like taped a zipper to it. So I think it's used a lot like in construction, you know, if there's like a lot of debris in somebody's house and you don't want it spreading anywhere, you can put up these like easy temporary doors. And it was a super easy way to do it for us. And very cheap, very like, it didn't take a lot of time at all. It didn't take any time pretty much to have it. And it could close during the winter. But this past winter, I didn't really zip it closed and it just got ruined. You know, the glue that I used, it doesn't really like stay super well, and then I tried to tape it on. Anyway, it's a good makeshift door, but not something permanent, and I could honestly just keep replacing that, but I figured it would be really nice to have like an open and closed doors. Anyways, we wanted to flip that over so we could put the frame and the door in place, so we had to undo all the wiggle wire, which is what holds it into place, what holds it onto that arc. And by the way, the greenhouse plastic that I used, I got from Johnny Seeds. It's the Tough Light 4 greenhouse film, it's called there, and they have a lot of different sizes. I forgot which size exactly I ordered, but we had a lot extra, which is good. It, you know, costs a bunch to ship it over here to Alaska, so I figured I would order a bigger roll and just always have some. I have enough to like replace the whole thing over if I needed to, which I think it does degrade over like several years. I've had it so far for 2 winters and it's fine now. It's really the sun that degrades it, so we'll see how long it lasts. It's very like thick and sturdy. And then Brendan brought in the door frame and he sort of stood it up onto, there's a bottom like wooden bar at the bottom, like on that whole like front fascia of the hoop house. So he stood on top of that.
Door. And then pull it over.
Okay.
And then cut it how it needs to be. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
See the vision?
Got it.
Basically attached the top corner. He started with one corner, attached the top corner to that metal rod, the hoop of the hoop house, and he basically just like pre-drilled a big hole through the wood of the door frame and then through the metal bar. It's hollow, and then put a big bolt in it.
Not the straightest, but it will work.
It's actually good it's not straight, because then the end of that won't hit the plastic, right?
Yeah. Alright. Then we get that level, and then we nail it in the spot.
And then like, what do you call it? Like had the nut on the other side of that bolt.
Nut on the other side of that bolt.
And really held it in place. So he did one corner first, and then he made sure that that side of the door frame was straight and perpendicular to the ground, perpendicular to the wooden bar that we had on the bottom. And then he attached that bottom part to that wooden bar. So he used like some kind of L-shaped brackets. I think he says the name of it in one of the clips.
Alright, put it in here. Now which way do we need to go? Oh, now.
Yeah, look center.
Let me see that level again. Still good.
So you just nailed it into the hinge?
This is a bracket.
A bracket.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was just testing it actually.
Yeah, I'm getting these on. And then we'll do the other one.
But basically he did the one side and then he did the other side, and that's just basically to make sure that both sides are perpendicular, because like I guess those wood pieces, they can move around a lot, you know, they can bend a little bit and they can like skew, so he wanted to make sure everything was straight. And by the way, while he was nailing in the bottom corner, I got the cutest video of Chug in the background just like being goofy.
Oh, I hope I don't miss and hit my ankle.
Brendan, get your foot out of there.
It's wiggly. I was thinking like, are these nails long enough to go through? I'm like, apparently not. Alright, now for the other side. Alright, Belle, if you just hold it in between those two marks.
So then after the door frame was put into place, after it's all straightened out, he just double checked the measurements on the door. He sort of hung it up and just made sure everything fit correctly, again, because things can always change, he says. And then he screwed in some hinges at the top and bottom of the door frame after, you know, lining everything up. I think he also put a bunch of shims in place, you know, just to kind of hold it up and make sure that it's, you know, can open very well.
It works. You have to work. You're just gonna have to lift up and pull it out.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
And what do I see here?
What? A gap?
Got a little overlap.
Yeah.
I was planting up some
So if I didn't have these here, it would just be the hinges kind of supporting this to this, which is, these are cheap. No.
Don't say that word.
Sorry. So I put in some galvanized Simpson tie brackets to hold the door together, and then I just put the hinge over top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I, you know, pre-drilled through the Simpson ties, so the screws are actually going through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just out here and I heard you sounded like you messed up or didn't mean to put those brackets on.
So
okay, it looks good. I mean, it opens
snip
fine.
these corners so that we can throw the plastic back on.
Are you gonna give me a handle?
Yeah, it comes with the kit.
Oh, sweet.
It's just, do you want that on after the plastic or should I put it on before?
Yeah, we can do it after the plastic.
Alright, so the next phase, I guess, is I just snip these corners and we roll the plastic down or get a new piece. Yeah.
Not
we get a
big
new piece. We
no, I don't want to. Why would I not reuse
the current piece has got a big slit in the middle.
Yeah, we'll cut it out and we'll use a new piece for the door part.
Oh, okay, so you want to cut out here and here
exactly.
and put a new piece. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So frames in place, doors hung, then we needed to put the plastic down over it. And what Brendan did was he took a Sawzall and he just like rounded the corners of that door frame since it kind of stuck out, since like, you know, it's really rounded at the top, the hoop house. And that's great, so it won't like really rough up the plastic, so we can, you know, put it over smoothly. And then we went ahead and put the wiggle wire back on.
So, thinking we attach down to here, like it was before. And then when it comes to right here, I do have silicone to make a tight seal.
Yeah.
But then also mechanically I've got a whacker tacker.
What's that?
It's a stapler. You whack it and tacks the...
Okay. Probably a stapler is fine, but also if you have more like graphics and logo lines.
What? More?
I don't know where we put the extras of this stuff. We can even put that on the side, right?
We have all the wiggle wire.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. The staples will be fine.
And then we went ahead and resecured that plastic, that greenhouse plastic, put the wiggle wire back on, and then Brendan cut out like the shape of the door on that plastic. So instead of having that slit in the middle, now there was a door shaped hole basically in the plastic. And he attached it to the door frame, he attached the greenhouse plastic to the door frame. And I forgot what the name of the tool was. It's basically that staple that you just kind of like bang it, whack. And I don't know, you know, I'll ask him again. He kept saying it. It's just like a funny, silly kind of name. Anyways, he stapled it together and then he used some kind of glue, which is supposed to be like remove all the air bubbles, which is like, or the air gap, which is great. And that's like, it's a good seal for the greenhouse plastic. It just like doesn't look the best from the front. Anyways, I really don't care about the way it looks. It's great that it like is the best for the function of the hoop house. And then we took a break for the rest of the day, partly because the camera ran out of batteries, but also because I started to think maybe I want to put in like a solid plastic as on top of the door, instead of like putting more greenhouse film on top of it like I was planning. I don't know why, just at the end, I always get like a little bit anxious and think, oh wait, but should we do this or should we do that? Anyways, it was time for a break anyway, so I thought that up. So I thought about that for a day and then decided, no, it's not worth it. We could just get it all done this weekend and not spend any more money, because I have a ton of extra plastic. Like I told you, I bought a lot of that greenhouse film, and the plastic we ended up using actually was just a leftover. It's a piece we cut out that was just like on its own from the time that we first put up the hoop house. So the scrap piece of that greenhouse film, it fit perfectly on the door. Okay, yesterday Brendan did most of the door to the greenhouse, and today we just have to finish it up, put just a sheet of plastic over the front of the door. It's all hung up. And the handle, Brendan.
Yep. That goes over the plastic, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're the one making it.
That's the plan, right?
Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna finish that off today.
Okay, I found that. I think it was like a scrap piece.
Just enough.
So it's all in place now. Brendan put the handle on as well. I'm gonna take you out and show you what it looks like, but I'm so happy. Like, I don't know, I've been wanting it for a long time to have an actual door, and it's just been a project that we've been putting off. Like, Brendan knows that I've wanted one too, and I kind of was just waiting for him to have the time and want to do it. Not that I was pressuring him or anything, or I hope I wasn't, because Brendan has a lot going on all the time, and he's always helping around the house and like with the yard and everything. So he really just made it a point to get this done for me. It was my birthday this past weekend. He did this for a birthday present, and I love it so much. Like, I am not big on celebrating my birthday, and actually I was feeling kind of like down this whole past week, but yeah, it just was like the perfect project to keep my mind off of things, and now I just really love that it's done. And it's something, yeah, that's gonna be so useful, like, for years, I'm hoping. Okay, here's how that door turned out. The only note I have is how much that white glue on the edges, like, sticks out. In hindsight, we should have glued it to the back of the door frame instead of the front, but oh well, no big deal. Also, this overhang of greenhouse plastic. I need to roll that back and find a way to pin it in place so that it doesn't keep getting in the way. Brendan offered to add a latch to the door, like attached to the raised bed, so that I can keep the door open, but I told him it was fine. We have a bunch of cinder blocks nearby that I can just use if needed to prop it open, or have that like 5-gallon bucket outside anyways. It was right there. There's always going to be something there to keep it open. And here is the inside of the hoop house. My ranunculus and anemones, they're a bit later to bloom this year, and they're a little overrun with chickweed. Then I have like some sunflowers, I have rudbeckia and dahlias back there, some orlea as well. In the middle is statice, cosmos, some zinnias, just a few. And all along the left side is stock. Some of them are like further along than others. I planted them out at kind of different times. I also kind of staggered the seeding of them when I started germinating them. You can see from the inside, the door frame looks a lot cleaner without having all that glue around it. The thing that I like the most about this door is how it kind of weighs itself down. So when it closes, it stays closed. I have to lift up on the handle a little bit to get it open, but that is a good thing, so that it doesn't just swing open in the wind whenever I want it to stay closed. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and thanks so much to Brendan for building this for me. See you next time. Bye!